Real Estate Exam Questions with Answers and Explanations, Part Number 14. Which of the following statements best defines equity in real estate? A. The amount paid in property taxes. B. The fair market value of the home. C. The difference between the property's value and the debt owed. D. The down payment made on the property. Correct answer, C. The difference between the property's value and the debt owed. Equity is the owner's financial interest in a property, calculated by subtracting any debts from the property's market value. For example, if her home is worth $400,000 and she owes $250,000, her equity is $150,000. This means she owns that portion of the property outright. What is the primary purpose of an escrow account in a real estate transaction? A. To hold buyer's mortgage documents. B. To keep track of zoning changes. C. To securely hold funds and documents until all terms are met. D. To handle title transfers after recording. Correct answer, C. To securely hold funds and documents until all terms are met. An escrow account is managed by a neutral third party who ensures all contract conditions are satisfied before releasing funds. For example, the buyer's earnest money was placed in escrow until the home inspection cleared. This means the funds were held safely until the condition was met. What is the legal process of determining the value of an estate's assets called? A. Foreclosure. B. Adjudication. C. Probate. D. Partition. Correct answer, C. Probate. Probate is the court-supervised process of validating a will and distributing assets when someone dies. For example, the house had to go through probate before it could be sold to heirs. This means the court was involved in finalizing the property's ownership. What type of easement is created when land has no access to a public road and must cross another's land? A. Easement by necessity. B. Prescriptive easement. C. Negative easement. D. Voluntary easement. Correct answer, A. Easement by necessity. When a landlocked property has no access to a public road, the law may grant an easement by necessity. For example, the landlocked parcel was granted a driveway easement by necessity across the neighbor's land. This means the owner had legal access even without public frontage. Which of the following best describes the concept of highest and best use? A. The most expensive development possible. B. The use that generates the highest taxes. C. The most legally permissible, physically possible, and financially feasible use. D. The use that matches the original zoning. Correct answer, C. The most legally permissible, physically possible, and financially feasible use. Highest and best use refers to the most profitable and suitable use of a property under current laws and conditions. For example, the vacant land's highest and best use was determined to be a mixed-use development. This means the land could be developed most profitably that way. What type of deed provides the most protection to the grantee, buyer? A. Quitclaim deed. B. Special warranty deed. C. Bargain and sale deed. D. General warranty deed. Correct answer, D. General warranty deed. A general warranty deed guarantees clear title and protects against all past ownership claims. For example, the buyer requested a general warranty deed to ensure clean title protection. This means the deed gave the buyer full legal assurance of ownership. Which form of ownership includes the right of survivorship between spouses in some states? A. Tenancy in common. B. Joint tenancy. C. Community property. D. Tenancy by the entirety. Correct answer, D. Tenancy by the entirety. Tenancy by the entirety is a special ownership form for married couples that includes survivorship rights. For example, when her husband passed away, she automatically became the sole owner due to tenancy by the entirety. This means ownership passed without probate due to the legal structure. What does it mean when a lender accelerates a mortgage loan? A. They extend the payment term. B. They reduce the interest rate. C. They require full payment due to breach. D. They refinance the loan. Correct answer, C. They require full payment due to breach. An acceleration clause allows the lender to demand the full balance of the loan if the borrower defaults. For example, after several missed payments, the lender accelerated the loan and demanded full repayment. This means the borrower had to pay off the entire loan immediately. Which legal land description method uses recorded subdivision maps to identify property locations? A. Government Rectangular Survey System. B. Street addresses. C. Lot and block numbers. D. Natural features and compass bearings. Correct answer, C. Lot and block numbers. The lot and block method identifies properties by referring to recorded subdivision, plat, maps filed with the local government. For example, the property was listed as Lot 12, Block C in the Sunny Acres subdivision. This means the location was determined using a recorded map rather than physical landmarks. What is an example of a unilateral contract in real estate? A. A mutual agreement to lease a property. B. A listing agreement where only one party promises to act. C. A signed sales contract between buyer and seller. D. A mortgage agreement. Correct answer, B. A listing agreement where only one party promises to act. In a unilateral contract, only one party makes a promise. For instance, a seller promises to pay commission if the agent finds a buyer, but the agent is not obligated to act. For example, the agent signed a listing agreement, a unilateral contract, but wasn't required to produce results. This means only the seller promised compensation if the agent succeeded.